Hey guys, thank you for tuning in. We're gonna give it a few minutes to let people walk in. We're gonna do like a walk and talk about this situation here. I understand that, a lot of you guys, when you're used to seeing live streams, we're either bugging out or doing something, but we got to start talking about this because there's got to be an exit plan and an exit strategy. So basically we're gonna talk about some research, and if you live here in the Southwest, like in Las Vegas, Phoenix, Los Angeles, we're not gonna tell you, what to do. You're a grown ass folk, you know what to do, but you gotta know when it's gonna be your exit plan. So we'll give it a few minutes, let people pop in, and then we will get talking into the subject. But I hope everybody's having a great night. We're just going to do a little bit here of a walk and talk. We're not going to have it too long. Oh, hey, what's up? What's up? So let's see here. I shared it. All right. I think everybody should have got the notification. Remember, guys, to hit the like button on the way in. And also remember to subscribe if you're not subscribed, and hit the notification bell so you're always updated. So hold on a second here. I'm gonna switch the camera real quick since we're gonna be doing like a walk and talk. So we're gonna actually face it towards me this time. We're gonna do it a little bit different. Normally we're doing it the other way, but hold on, let me. Okay, so I got some notes here, guys. So I've been doing some research, been taking notes. Hey, what's up, bro? Let's see here. Bro, oh damn, the gimbal seems hella heavy this way. Let's see here. Let's see, that'll help right there. Okay, guys, so, all right, let's see here. This is enough time. Yeah, we did experience a little bit of rain today, but it ain't what you guys think. So, let's see here. 6 days, oh shit. Hold on, I'm trying to adjust the mic. Oh, come on, you fucking gimbal. All right, guys, tell me how audio is. Is it too low or are we good? Okay, there we go. That should be good right there. Good enough. All right, let's get into this. All right, there we go. All right, let's see here. Delays been between video and audio. Are you serious? Because I'm listening to it on my other phone and, oh, let me see here. Oh, I see what you guys mean. All right, hold on. Let me fix this real quick. All right. All right, that should have fixed it right there. At least we hope. Okay, let me know, guys. Is it good? Now is audio back in sync? It should be good, at least from what I see right here. Okay, so we're gonna get into this water situation. So the research I've been doing here, let's see here. So basically the Department of Reclamation projected 2 years ago that in 2022 of July, we would be at 1,081 feet of water at the lake. All right, but we're at 1,041. Actually, I haven't checked today's count yet, but it's probably a little lower than that today. So I'm just basing it off of yesterday that it was 1,041 feet. That is a 40 feet deficit, guys. Literally, 40 feet deficit of the projected thing they said. And they said that in September of 2023, bad audio. I'm sorry, Giovanni, that's on you, bro, because I'm listening to it on my other phone, bro, and audio's coming in clutch, bro. So, all right, continue. All right, September 2023, it says that the water's gonna go down by 30 feet. That's what's projected. Okay, so let's do this real quick. So 1,081 was supposed to be here in July. We're at 1,041. That's a 40-foot deficit. So they're saying 30 feet is supposed to go down by September of 2023. Do you guys see what's wrong here? What the government and the Department of Reclamation is trying to do? They are using old motto to project this. So here, let me switch arms because somehow this gimbal is tripping for some odd reason. All right, so, all right, there we go. That's a little bit better. So basically, they're saying 30 feet. But what if it goes down to 980 feet, the lake? Because they're using projections of 1991 to 2020 projection. They're using that scale. That scale is outdated. That scale did not take consideration of growth and farmland that will take an excessive water amount. So let's see here. The projections are locked. So they're locked by the Department of Reclamation. So basically, they are going to open the spillways at Hoover Dam, and they will continue dumping the same amount of water every year, like clockwork, or every quarter, however they dump it, which I'm gonna do a little bit of research, and we're gonna figure it out. But they're gonna continue dumping it the same amount of way that they're dumping it because of their projections, and they're not adjusting the projections. California, let's see, California is still not on a full water restriction. They were back in January, I saw, and now they're still doing, you know, normal business as usual. No getting rid of the grass, you know, they're more worried about watering the lawn and stuff like that. Let's see here. They use back projections and then to drain much. Yep. So basically, hold on here. So what it comes down to is, let's see here. So the water rights, you know, the water rights that we go off of, they were written back in 1928. All right, so we're going, you know, back in 1928, it was a whole different ballpark out here. So they didn't take in projection of the growth, of extra agriculture, how much of today's agriculture, water actually is needed more with today's agriculture compared to back then in the 20s and the 30s. So those are bad projections right there. And we should have modified that Boulder Act bill, or reclamation bill, back in the mid 90s, when they saw that there was already problems, because the problems were already showing in the mid 90s. All right, so this is the scary thing right here, guys. So hold on, why is this gimbal tripping, dude? Fuck, man. Normally this thing does not trip like this. So let me see here. Maybe this will help right here. Okay, there we go. That helps a little bit. So basically, I've been doing research. So the second straw, so basically we call them straws because that's what's literally sucking the water, from the lake. So the second straw will be exposed at 1,000 feet, and they will have to shut that pump down. The third straw will start showing exposure at 890 feet, guys. 890 feet. And once that happens, they got to shut it down. So literally when you hit 1,000 feet, you got 190 feet left. Or no, 110 feet, sorry. 110, no, hold on. Yeah, 110 feet left before the last straw is rendered useless. So Lake Mead, the deepest part of Lake Mead is 532 feet. It goes down all the way to 532 feet, and it starts to get dry. So, but the thing is the third straw is at 890. So, are they gonna build another straw to keep this valley alive in the southwest? Or that's it, once it hits 890, the party's over. So California gets about 4.4 million acre feet per year of water per the Boulder Canyon Project Act of 1928. So they get 4.4 million acre feet of that water. And what you guys don't know is Nevada always has a surplus of water. So the little bit that we get, I think it's 347,000 foot acre of water that we get for Southern Nevada. Literally, we always have anywhere between 20,000 to 57,000 feet acre left over every year because of our recycling efforts that we have here in the valley. And guess who takes that leftover water instead of us being able to save it for emergencies? Fucking California takes that water. So that water is literally given to California. Any excessive water, as stated on the Boulder, the Boulder Canyon Project Act of 1928 states that any leftover water that any of the states have has to be given to the first top user, and then it goes down the chain. So basically, it would go California, then it would go Arizona, because Arizona uses 2.8 million feet acre of water in a calendar year. That's what they're allowed to get. Hey, Lawrence, thank you so much for the donation, bro. Appreciate it, bro. Let's see here. Yeah, share the live. Thank you. But yeah, that's what it comes down to. Hey, Don. So basically, we're pretty much fucked if they don't figure something out. Excuse my language, but we're screwed if they don't figure something out here very shortly. So another thing is here is back in so I went over that. So back in January of 2000, that's when the second straw was finished. The second straw that's active right now, pumping water to the valley. The second and third straws are the ones right now pumping the water in, because the first one at 1,050, they shut her down. That's it. She was fully exposed. Done. So right now, at this current moment, we're running on straw 2, straw 3. So let's see here. So when they finished that pump in January of 2000, year 2000, they projected that pump is supposed to pump 300,000 foot-acres of water a day to the valley. So that's how much it gets pumped into the valley daily out of the second straw. The third straw is actually pretty powerful. That one's about 575,000 feet acre of water that get pumped through it. So it's pretty powerful pump. But this is what it comes down to. The situation, guys, is the party's still going on here in Vegas right now. So politicians, everybody saying it's okay, don't worry, we have a 50-year plan. That's what the Southern Nevada Water Authority is saying. We have a 50-year plan. Well, we have a 50-year plan. Why is that lake dropping still? That's the fucking problem right there. Why is it still dropping at a high substantial rate than it is right now? You know, so this is why, guys, you cannot believe what is being said on local media right now about the situation. They're not boots on the ground out there. There's several people that are boots on the ground out there. I've been going there almost on a daily basis. You got Joey from Vegas D-Tech. He's another one. And then you got Jacob Life Las Vegas. I think that's his channel. He's been going out there too. Steven Not Leaving Las Vegas. That's another channel that's been going down there. And who else? And Sin City Outdoors, you know, Adrian Jr. and Senior. They're the ones that have been going out there, boots on the ground, and checking it out. So guys, I know what you guys are thinking. Okay, well, the water's going down fast. You know, we're getting close to the 1,000 foot mark, which means straw number 2 is about to go offline soon. We can't believe the September 2023 projection of only losing 30 feet. We're losing it faster than what is coming in. So your next projection is, what do? Well, they're gonna keep this party going here. The party's gonna still continue here in Vegas. And if you got money, you got bread, you could probably have your own water brought in. You know, so for people like us that are you know, upper and middle lower class, we're screwed. So my exit, like for me, this is my personal exit strategy, is once that lake hits between 1,000 to 1,020 feet of water, we're out of here. The wife and everybody, we're out of here. We're not gonna take that risk. We'll be able to sell the house and all that to, you know, somebody that is willing to pay. There's still people that are suckers and that are willing to pay the big bucks to come out here still, because they want to be in the party. They want to join the party that's about to expire. Because this valley, the party's about to expire. There ain't gonna be no more party. There's gonna be 2.6 million people going to that lake and fighting for that little bit of water that's left until it hits 532 feet. Then it'll be dry. You know, people are gonna go out there with, you know, buckets, whatever it is, you know, unless somehow, some sort of miracle, the federal government actually does something and declares this area a state of emergency, which we already know, can't depend on them, we can't trust them, they haven't done nothing. The only solution, this is coming from one of my connections to the Department of Reclamation, the only plan they have for this solution right now to keep the party going and the lights on here in the valley is literally take the water from the Arizona side, throw it, get it routed back into Lake Mead so it can keep the propellers going at the hydro plant. That's the only solution we have right now here in Las Vegas. That's from the Department of Reclamation. So what is that gonna do for us about water? Yeah, it'll keep the power on. It'll keep it on for a little bit longer, sure. You know, but once it hits 950 feet, guess what? The propellers will not be able to intake water. So there's lights out. 36%, remember, 36% of the valley runs off of that hydro plant. So that means if you live, like here where I'm at right now, this is Henderson. So, because I decided to come out here to the park and do this walk and talk. So this area right here will be the first to hit the lights out. So the way the grid is wired up is from when you come in over the I-11 into Vegas. So from Wagon Wheel there, that first exit, all the way up here till Las Vegas Boulevard and St. Rose, all the way up to Sunset. No, is it Tropicana? I'm sorry, Tropicana and Maryland. That whole area right there, all the way up to Tropicana and 95. All that runs off of Hoover Dam, the hydro plant. So literally, if you live in this area, you will experience rolling blackouts. So, do you think they're going to do something about that? We're going to be able to tap into the other part of the power grid. Don't get me wrong, they're not going to let, the town be dark in the south and the southeast part of town. But you're going to overstress already overstressed power grid. So guess what's going to happen there? You're going to start experiencing blackouts, not just in this area right here, but all over the valley. So that means they're probably going to have to regulate, control shutoffs, control water shutoffs, control power shutoffs. They're going to start doing that. And this is one thing, guys. So where I live, all right, they've been controlling the water. So we are in a test area. And they have been all of a sudden shutting the water down between every Thursday. This is the second Thursday it has happened, between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. Literally 6 hours. This is the second Thursday this has happened. So that tells you right there that they're planning something. They're trying to figure something out, but it ain't the solution that we need. It's a solution, it's a band-aid to the situation. Hold on, build back better. Yeah, build back these nuts. That's what's going on. But yeah, guys, I wasn't gonna go too long on this, but if you live out here in the Southwest, God, it's humid today because it was raining earlier, but it was a tease because it didn't do nothing enough to make a difference here in the valley. So let's see. So, like what I would do if I were you guys, I would talk to your loved ones, because Joey from Vegas D-Tech already talked about some of this. So if I were you guys, I would literally have an exit plan, because he is correct. They have no solution. UNR, UNLV, the University of Utah. I've been, after I saw, some of his stuff, I was actually doing some research. They are the only ones that are projecting this properly. I mean, it's still going to be off, of course, it's not going to be solid 100%, to the T. But they're the ones that are actually showing a more realistic graph with the intake versus outflow and everything. And I don't know if you guys saw that there were students at UNLV that started a countdown timer. They literally said 1,002 days till we hit Deadpool, because they did calculations with the intake versus the outflow. And we're the only city in the Southwest that's actually dumping back into that lake, to that reservoir. We're the only ones dumping back into that reservoir, recycling the water. But we still are at a deficit. Hey, yo, what up? What up, Sean? What's going on, man? So, if I were you guys, you could continue to party for a little bit longer. I'm not gonna sit here and try to, stress you out or get you worried. I mean, you should be worried, but I'm not gonna sit here and let you have a stroke over this. But if I were you, I would sit down with your loved ones and I would literally have an exit plan ready. Because when this shit hits Deadpool, that's when you're really gonna see the party, the lights out on this party. Vegas is right now. You remember, Vegas is a gambling town. They're literally gambling with the Joe Blow mom and pop people of this valley. It's a gamble right now that they're playing. You literally need to have your P's and Q's set and get shit ready and be packed. Have light load. You know, that's at least that's what we're gonna plan on doing. We're gonna lighten our load. We're gonna get everything ready in case it goes down where shit hits the fan. You know, when it gets between 1,020 to 1,000, we're gonna end up. That's when we're gonna say, you know what? We're leaving the party. We're gonna leave the party while it's hot, because we don't want to stay at the party when it hits the lights out, because then you're gonna be stuck in this situation. And remember, there's only 2 ways to get out of the valley: I-15, 95 if you're going north to Reno, and then 95 that turns to I-11 to go to Phoenix, and to catch the 40 to go east. There's only 2 ways in, 2 ways out of this valley. You do not want to be the last man here and have to be stuck with all the people that are trying to leave at the same time. You know, like this people should have started thinking this. Our politicians should have started doing something about this before they started building that third straw back in the mid-2000s. Because that's when they started building the third straw. What was it? It was done by 2014, the third straw was completed. It was a 4-year project, if I'm not mistaken. So that's literally when they should have started executing a plan into how we're gonna get some water up in here, or started the conservation efforts at a deeper scale. Because we are about to hit, so in September, August they meet up again, all right? So let me see here. Let me make sure here on the notes I got it right here. So in August, the Water Authority ends up having its annual meeting to see what further restrictions need to get put in place. And then they're enforced by September. So literally they have their little meeting next month, and then the month after, they start enforcing what tier we're gonna be. I think we're gonna be upgraded to the tier 2+. And if we're upgraded to tier 2+, restrictions are about to get even heavier, which I know we're gonna be upgraded to that. And then possibly in LA and Southern California, they'll finally start a tier 1. You know, they should have been at least at a tier 1. But of course, you know, it's California. You gotta, you know, I can't let my poor grass die. You know, my tree, my orchard, it needs water because I have to make my house in Compton that's in the hood, in a rundown shack, look like $1 million, even though it's in the hood where I drive by daily. So, yeah, guys, shit's real, man. A lot of people don't think that this is real, but it's real. And you need to have a plan. You gotta have an exit plan. You know, that's up to you guys though, that live out here. It's really up to you guys what you do. It's your life, you know, it's your family, your everything. But I'm not gonna let my wife or my father-in-law and shit die in this fucking joint with no water. We're out of here. No way. Like my mom's and everything, we're out of here. Like, we're not gonna sit here and risk our family to have to be secluded to this shit. Let's see here. Yes, it was raining here earlier. What's up, Lavendi? What's going on, bro? Yeah, I mean, sure, Vegas is the best place to make a lot of money in the casinos. Yeah, the party's still going. Yeah, go ahead. but the party's gonna be, it's gonna come to a close soon. That party's coming so soon to a close, sooner than what you think. There's a more worried about bathrooms people should use. Yep, exactly, Dirt, exactly. Glad I'm in Indiana. Yeah, Peter, that's good, that's good. Yeah, Indiana's not a bad place, not a bad place. So won't Nevada just keep the remaining water? Okay, so good question, Don. Okay, so when we hit Deadpool, all right, so this is the next part I was gonna get into the notes. So here, let me pull it in. All right, so when we hit 890 feet, so okay, so now we're declared Deadpool. All right, let's just say it happened right now, Deadpool. The top states in the list get the rest of the water that is left. No exceptions due to the Boulder Act of 1928. So that means California will get the rest of that water. And then if California don't need none after that, then they could split it with Arizona. And then if there's any left over, which we know they're not going to, but let's say there was a little bit left over, then it would come here. We're number 3. Or no, we're number 4 actually. It would be Utah. And then us. So let's see here. Hold on, let me grab my other phone to read the comments here, guys. And then once I get back to the car after doing this circle, I'm gonna end this. I just wanna, you know, like Vegas D-Tech Joey, you know, he's doing a great job actually, and breaking this down. But at the same time, you know, like we need more attention from more people. This is why I decided to take some notes and actually do it in an actual live stream and break this down. Try to. And then any questions you guys wanna try to pop out, maybe I might have some here in my notes. You know, we could try to answer some of these questions. Oh, Cali has senior rights. Yes, that is correct, Peter. They have more of the rights. Interesting. I was thinking that it was almost not raining there. Yeah, it rained for a little bit, but here I'll show you guys right here. Let me turn the camera on. So the clouds have cleared up there. The little rain that we got, all it is just more humid than anything. That's all that's left today. That's all that's left. If anything, it was just more humid than anything. So, all right, so let's see here. The fuck we using guidance from a long time ago? Good question, Greg, because the problem is that our politicians rather spend money in wars and to try to make peace treaties with other countries and fund their wars and weapons and all that than to sit here and sit down with our own problems and try to fix them. This Boulder Act of 1928 should have been rewritten a long time ago. And I think it should have been rewritten back in the mid-90s, right before they built the second straw, or as they were building the second straw. So when, you know, January 2000 hit, then they would have had the new plan on top of what we would have had with the new straw. And we probably wouldn't have needed a third straw. Let's see here. Hey Ricky, thank you, bro. Hey Lawrence, yeah, we got to get this out, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're always notified when we're uploading content. Yes, I know this is supposed to be a cellular tech channel. You know, Joey from Vegas D-Tech, he's supposed to be a tech channel himself too, doing metal detecting and stuff like that. But we've changed the channel to a whole 360 degree. And it's because we need to somehow get this blowing up to the point where this is shared all over the nation. And maybe it can hit the politicians. And maybe if we make enough noise, they could start trying to put together a plan, because the Department of Reclamation, the plan that they got right now stinks. As Joey would say it stinks. That plan is no bueno, just to grab water from the Arizona side and dump it back into the Lake Mead so it can keep the Hoover Dam going for the hydroelectric. Let's see here. Just build a pipeline from Mississippi River to the Rockies. Well, that would be, Peter, that would be a great solution. But where is that money going to come from when we just sent $40 billion to Ukraine and another $450 million recently that just got approved and is getting sent? Like I said, our country is completely backwards. You know, we're backwards. Instead of us spending the money to fix our problems, you know, so us, the American people, can actually have, you know, decent water, you know, have decent roads, even a great education, because a lot of our education in this country sucks. I'm sorry, compared to other countries. In my country, in Havana, Cuba, you literally could get a better education than here in the States. And over there, you get a free college education as long as you serve 1 year in the Army. All you gotta do is serve 1 year. You don't even gotta war. All you're gonna do in the Army there is literally just walk around the federal buildings. You do that for 1 year, you get a free college education over there. And guess where the best doctors come from? From my country and France. The two top countries in the world that have the best doctors that go to the rest of the world. So that tells you something about the education versus here. Don, yeah, I mean, maybe I'm gonna hit up Joey. I'll talk to him and we'll try to link up, you know. I'll see if he's available and we'll try to make something happen to get us both on a live stream and you know, possibly try to figure more of this stuff out, you know. Especially, I know he'll love to probably grab some drone footage, you know. Can help him out with some drone footage. You could, you know, use my drone and fly out there. But they just print more money on projects that don't mean nothing. Oh, you need 40 billion? Yeah, exactly, Greg. Nature is killing the lakes because the balance always happens. Well, I know that. Okay, so hold on, let me change arms here. Wow, this gimbal, the way the weight is, this gimbal, I just gotta go. I'm gonna find another one. This DJI. This is not like my Osmos 3 or my Osmos 4 that I had. That one had a better balance than this one. This one, the balance sucks. It literally makes the top more heavy. It doesn't keep it evenly distributed because the bottom is so light compared to the Osmos. But let's see here. Hey, what's going on, Kevin? Hey, Gene, what's going on, man? We have a common government. Yes, we do. So a solution, just like what Peter said earlier, a solution would be build a pipeline from the Mississippi or the Great Lakes. We're not talking about taking annual water from them. All we need is just to fill up Lake Mead. Once we fill up the lake, we continue water conservation efforts. We have California and Arizona and the southern part of Utah upgrade their water reclamation services to be able to recycle the water and have it sent back to Lake Mead and to Lake Powell, so we could keep the water levels, you know, pretty much in the, I would say, keep it no less than 80 percentile range. And then any times it gets lower than that, then guess what we can do, bro? So once it gets lower than 80 percentile, that's when we'll sit here and real quick turn on that straw from the Mississippi or wherever and fill it back up. And that shouldn't happen, even with evaporation loss and everything. Let's say we filled it back up to 100%. we did all our conservation efforts and recycling water and all that good stuff, we should be good for about at least 10 to 15 years before we would have to turn that straw on again to fill it back up from 80% to 100. That's if everybody contributes in the recycling. And the reason why we would have to do that is because we can't help Mother Nature and evaporation. That does happen. Even though you're recycling the water, you know, and all that good stuff, you're still gonna have loss eventually through evaporation in the air. That's normal. You need a consistent source because of the population size. Yeah, you're correct, bro, you're correct. And let me put this down a little bit like this. This will help. God, the balance sucks. We pipeline oil and gasoline and methane. Why not water? Exactly, Ricky. Why not the water? Bro, it wouldn't be that much harder to make a pipeline for water. You already, let's say they already make the old pipelines from, you know, let's say the Midwest to the east or to the west or whatever. All you got to do is add an additional pipe next to that one and make that the water pipe. You know? Then we have the straw right there. Let's see here. But as long as we have the current issues with our government and with this administration we have going right now, it's not gonna look good, guys. It's not gonna look good. Because my source at the Department of Reclamation the other day when I was at the Hoover Dam, he basically filled me in on some few things. So look at this. You got the cops, you got the Henderson police right there. But he filled me in on some stuff, on some juicy stuff. Besides, he told me about how they're gonna start taking it. I think he said it's gonna start next week when they're gonna take the water from the Arizona side to dump it back into Lake Mead to keep the power going. Well, he told me that last year, this was in December, they brought it up to the federal government, and not just Congress, but our president himself. And they said this is not a priority at the moment. This is not a priority. How is it not a priority when the basic essentials of life begins with water? The Earth is coming out of an ice age. The heating up is only going to get worse every 200K years. It freezes and thaws, consistent cycle. Yes, you're correct, bro. But we have ways to fix this. Today we have all this technology. We have all this science. Why can't we do a desalination plant? I understand it's not efficient. You know, I'm gonna have here the libs and the how do you call it, the eco people are gonna be like, well, that's gonna sit here and fuck up the ecosystem. Excuse my language. You know, just that I'm really amped up about this because I love this valley. This is, you know, since I came to the States, this has been my home, and it just pisses me off, you know, that nothing is being done about this situation. But God, but basically, I know desalination is not as efficient, but that's where the but comes in. It's a solution that can be used because, okay, so there's bile. When you desalinate the water, it creates bile, okay? And that bile literally has, like, you know, it has the minerals and stuff that if you extract the minerals correctly out of that bile, guess what you can use that for? For lithium-ion batteries. So guess what? We don't have to dig up our earth and pollute drinkable water like they're doing in the Congo and stuff like that to get lithium for the lithium-ion batteries. You can actually turn that bile that's coming out of desalinating the water, extract the minerals out of it, and you can literally create lithium-ion batteries with that. So in a way, we're knocking out 2 birds with 1 stone, as the saying goes. Let me see here. Let me see here the comments update. Yeah, Ricky, it's true, man. Corrupt. Lithium won't be used much longer. Oh, it's gonna continue to be used, bro. More than what you think. Still gonna be continued because remember, graphene battery tech was brought up, what, in 2012? They had 2014, 2012 was being brought up at CES, all the way even in 2020 when we went, remember? And graphene hasn't even been put out to the mass public yet. And now since 2012, bro. That's literally what, 10 years? So I know, Peter, it's a desert, I know. But regardless, we live in a day of society where we have technology, we have science, and all this. Instead of using the science for bad and creating biological weapons of mass destruction and all that with it, why not use it to fix problems in the earth? You know, we could do so good with it, but instead, the science is used for wrong most of the time. And that's the problem. This is why I'm against science to a certain extent, because it's not fully used to help society. It's used more to see who can create the best biological weapon and to mess with diseases and to create diseases and viruses, which is BS. We shouldn't play with stuff that wasn't played with and touched with. Let's see here. Nature wins, not technology. Oh yeah, of course nature can win, but with technology, we can help conserve and preserve Mother Nature. And letting her go to pot, fair to the people who love. Yes, exactly, Gene. Exactly, 100%, man. I mean, what do you guys think of the situation? You know, I mean, you know, talk to me in here. You know, in the chat. Don't be shy to talk, you know. We got 28 people here in the live. Appreciate y'all. Well, 29 now. You know, also appreciate if you could hit that like. And if you're not subscribed, you can also subscribe and hit that bell so you're notified when we always upload content or go live. And any small and occasional monetary donations to the channel are also appreciated because it helps fund all this. Equipment, you know, gas, time, you know, all that stuff. Let's see here. Ricky, you know how I feel about the electric shit. I don't even give a damn about that. Screw that crap. This is another thing I don't get, is how are they gonna sit here and push electrical vehicles, you know, as a main source of transportation when we don't even have the power grid to support it? Look at one of our power grids, Hoover Dam, another one, Lake Powell. Those literally are the 2 hydro plants that are about to go down. They're about to be offline soon. And they might be offline before 950 feet because for the main reason is they keep repairing those propellers. You guys don't get it. Okay, so when you're sucking in the water, all right, so the generator is sucking in the water to get through the propeller and it spins it, all right? The faster the flow, the faster it can spin, the more it can generate electricity. All right? So when your propellers is not fully exposed in the water anymore, and it has air pockets generating from the turbulence, well, guess what's happening with those air pockets are doing to those propellers? It's nicking the propellers. It's causing like nicks and it's bending them. So what happens is now you're losing efficiency out of that propeller, out of that generator. So eventually it bends to the point and gets pitted that they literally have to shut it down and repair it, because it'll start spinning off balance, and it'll put a lot of stress on the bearings, and it'll have the bearings go out. We can only keep repairing it for so long too, especially with part shortages nowadays. What happens? Let's just say, because they're repairing them. So this is another thing too from the source told me. They're repairing those propellers every 2 weeks. They're repairing and replacing bearings every 2 weeks. So do the math. How much material is being used? So what happens when we run out? What happens if there's a supply constraint and we can't get the parts? We're gonna have more propellers. We're gonna have more generators down. We're only down to 5. I mean, how many more can we afford to lose? Well, 3 are running right now until they finish the repair on the other 2. So how can we go to an electric car society when our power infrastructure is straight up ass? And that's what a lot of people don't understand either, is that all this infrastructure bill, you know, this and that was supposed to be for the roads, you know, for their internet, you know, which is, honestly guys, I'm to the point where I don't give a fuck about the internet, you know, like who cares about running fiber everywhere and all that, because I'd rather have seen that money go to fixing our water issues, our roads, and electrical issues. Those are the main key 3 things. The internet, you don't have to have a gig up and down, you know, or 100 up and down. You just need to have a connection that works to be able to survive, you know, and that's it. So I'd rather have seen those, as Mr. Dennis would say, those fun bucks have gone to actually fix our power, our roads, and the water situation. That would have been the best 3 things to have used it on, because supposedly it was supposed to be to fix roads, but I don't see roads getting fixed. I don't see bridges getting fixed. There's YouTubers that have channels that literally they put up wireless cameras on like the Verrazano Bridge and all that up there in New York, the George Washington Bridge between Delaware and New York and New Jersey. And tell me why. You literally see bolts falling off of that shit. You literally see bolts on the live streams. So I don't know where those fun bucks went, but they ain't going. I mean, I see them going to the internet. That I can see, because they're expanding internet everywhere, you know, the fiber. But what does that matter if you ain't gonna have power to be able to power it up, or water to be able to have those people be able to live in those areas, or roads to be able to get, you know, your groceries, your gas, and all that stuff brought into your town or city. Let's see here. Thank you, Oceanic Vibes, for the upgrade. Appreciate you, brother. And thank you, Lawrence, for pointing that out too. Appreciate you. For the, let's see here. For the, What happened? Yeah, I know, Peter. So that's actually another great one you brought up there with our governor Sisolak, aka Sissylak, as people like to call him. You know, that's not me calling him that. That's just what is around the internet, what people call him. Well, he is talking about bringing the NBA and MLB to Vegas. Like, why would you bring that here when there's no water? Why wouldn't you sit here and declare a state of an emergency instead of bringing a damn basketball team and a baseball team to the city? I'm telling you guys, a lot of people are just brain dead. And the people that are moving to Vegas right now, like if you're just coming here to make some quick money and leave after a year or something, okay. But if you're moving your whole family here and all that, you gotta be brain dead to come to a situation like this. But to each of their own, as we like to say. So you guys been having blackouts the summers in SoCal, yet they're still trying to push towards EVs and refuse to expand the energy infrastructure. Exactly, nobody. Exactly. Let's see here. You have electric. I saw, let's see here, the blackouts in Cali are the awesome green energy. Yeah, Peter. Let's see here. We are trying to get wind power, but the environmental people are having fits about it. Well, this is the thing, all right? So, fun fact, guys, you guys can look this up too. There's actually a lot of videos with a certain species of animals, AKA the birds. Because guess what? Birds take the same route each year to go from north to south. You know, depending where they're at, they take the same path. You know, it's nature. That's just nature for them. Nature, you know, for them, they don't know, oh shit, there's a windmill here, so we got to reroute to south-southeast or whatever, you know? They're just going to continue taking the same route. Guess what? You're building windmills and all that in that area. They're literally getting smacked right out of the air and killing them. This is why the American bald eagle has become even more of a rare species than it was, because they're finding them dead at those windmill farms. They're literally finding them dead, decapitated. And then you got other birds that, like in California, like when you go from I-15 south to go to LA, so before Baker, like right after you enter the agriculture checkpoint, there's literally like a solar panel farm there. And it has a big metal mirror rod that goes up, and it takes the sunbeam from the top and reflects it into Boulder City, Henderson. Go up there. I want you to take a trip up to the solar farm in Boulder City and go walk that. And I bet you'll see a lot of dead birds just there. A lot of dead birds. Because they get fried, they get blinded all by the solar panels. You guys don't understand. The solution to power without fucking the ecosystem up and Mother Nature itself and the animals is literally going nuclear on our power plants. All around nuclear. And for the reason why you want to go nuclear is because regardless, nuclear is being used. And guess where those spent rods get dumped to? Okay, they get loaded up in big ass containers, the empty plutonium containers, and then they get put on a ship. They go 65 miles southwest of Guam, and they get dumped there at the Pacific Ocean, right there. Because they have to stay cold, they have to stay cool so they don't cause a negative reaction, and then it causes a nuclear fucking blast. And you guys can research this and see that it's facts. So that's where all the spent nuclear plutonium jackets are being dumped at. Literally, they're being dumped in the Pacific Ocean. So why not use those spent rods, which there are some nuclear plants here in the States that use the spent rods to create energy. So at the end of the day, you're recycling them and you're not polluting the environment, polluting our oceans. See, you guys got to do a lot of research on this stuff. My son was just MCRD. He said they lost power once a week. Oh, wow. Nobody there talking about EVs, Southern California on Facebook. Yeah, I bet. I bet they are, Gene. Are the bridges here in Delaware, are they in good condition? It's coming to South Delaware. No, they're actually not. Your bridges are not good over there. Lost you there. Actually a lot there. Oh shit, sorry about that. Let people move out there. Learn through Dorsism. Okay. All right, Peter, whatever that means. The most clean energy that was what we had until now, nuclear. Yeah, exactly, Chaim. But, all right, while we're armed, throughout the years, they built wind farms all around the freeway near the water area here. It used to be a beautiful sight. Now it's an eyesore. Yeah, that's what happens, nobody. And thank you, Gene, for the super chat. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, man. But other than that, guys, we inspect our bridge once a month. Yeah, but they're not in great shape, bro. I'm telling you that right now, Gene. Look at the reports, you'll see. But other than that, guys, that's all I wanted to get into. I would recommend, like Joey for Vegas D-Tech said, get an exit plan ready for you and your family, because you don't know what's going to happen here soon, guys. And you want to be on top of this, and you want to be prepared. You do not want to be stuck here when the final straw literally goes offline. When that straw goes offline, you're going to have 1.6, literally 1.6, or 2.6, I'm sorry, 2.6 million people that are in the valley going to be fighting for that same resource that you need. Other than that, guys, I'm not trying to cause you to panic. I'm just saying, be ahead of the curve and get an exit plan ready. All right, I'm gonna let you guys go on. We're back here where the car's at. We got about a 20-minute drive to go home from here, since we're in Henderson and I'm in South Vegas. So other than that, guys, thank you. Appreciate you guys for tuning into this live. Really appreciate y'all. And yeah, guys, thank you for the donations. Also appreciate those. And we're gonna catch you in the next one, guys. Stay tuned. We're gonna be doing more footage. And let me see, Don. I'll try to hit up Joey. Let me see if I can we can link up or something. All right. Have a great one, guys, and we'll catch you in the next one. All right. Take it easy, and thank you for the channel members. Also, thank you for those donations once again. And please share the videos everywhere. Let's see if we can get the government's attention. All right, guys. Peace.